But I can't wait for them to come over. Because whoever comes over to help me,
I'm currently back in Houston and on my way to see Dr. Now for my follow-up appointment.
You think you can do that?
I believe I can. It's time for me to take care of me instead of everyone else.
Travel is gonna be like, I think that's what I'm morally fearful of.
You have to do this now because your body cannot physically handle any surgery at this point.
Number 10, Melissa Moresco. Melissa Moresco, a 36-year-old from Sunrise, Florida, faced a cycle of shame and isolation due to her weight. Weighing around 593 pounds on season 9 in 2021, Melissa turned to food for comfort and struggled with her reality. Growing up, her mother's verbal attack and her parents' toxic relationship affected her deeply. She associated large meals with love and developed unhealthy eating habits. At 8 years old, Melissa's father left, leaving her devastated. She spiraled into depression and used food to find happiness. At 15, she faced an unplanned pregnancy and had an abortion, deepening her regret and depression. Melissa's weight reached 400 pounds by the age of 18. Though she found employment and returned to school, she lost her job and experienced the loss of her father at 27 and her mother at 35.
And I just want change. I just want to change. And he could help me. So I'm gonna pray for you. Thank you.
Let me know how it goes. Very much to you.
Love you too.
It's been a while since I've flown, so I don't know what the...
Determined to change her life, Melissa traveled to Houston to meet with Dr. Now for weight loss. Dr. Now informed her about the health risks associated with her excessive weight, especially concentrated around her midsection. Melissa committed to a 1,200-calorie, protein-based zero-carb diet, exercise, and therapy to address her low self-esteem, social anxiety, and depression. With dedication, Melissa lost over 150 pounds, bringing her weight down to 440 pounds. She felt proud of her progress and envisioned a life filled with social activities, travel, and dating. Despite considering weight loss surgery in Houston, Melissa believed she could continue independently, finding support in a relationship with Elijah, whom she met through her best friend Shay. Melissa concluded her episode with unwavering determination, stating her commitment to achieving her best life. She believed in her ability to reach her goals, relying on her own strength and the support of her loved ones. Number 9. Diana Bunch. In a courageous journey that captivated viewers worldwide, Diana emerged on the scene of My 600-Pound Life during its gripping 5th season. Weighing over 600 pounds, her path seemed daunting, marred by extreme swelling in her legs, the relentless grip of lymphedema, and the painful presence of open sores and blisters.
So if something happened to you, there is nothing we can do to save you.
But it's very hard for me to get everything nice and clean. Because I'm so big.
It's been a few weeks since I moved to Houston and had my first doctor's appointment.
But my legs are what hurt the worst.
I have lymphedema in my legs.
But Diana's story wasn't one of despair. It was a tale of resilience and triumph that echoed far beyond the confines of reality TV. As the cameras unveiled the layers of Diana's past, a heartbreaking truth came to light. Childhood trauma had cast its shadow upon her, leading her down a path of food addiction. In her darkest moments, she found solace in the embrace of food, a comforting blanket that ultimately cost her a promising career in the Air Force. But fate smiled upon her as Dr. Yunan Nazaruddin, the indomitable bariatric surgeon known as Dr. Now, stepped into her life. With his guidance and unwavering support, Diana's journey to reclaim her health began. The pivotal moment came with a heartbreaking gastric sleeve surgery, setting the stage for an astonishing transformation. With relentless determination, Diana embarked on an odyssey of self-discovery and healing. The pounds melted away as she embraced a new, vibrant existence. Awe-inspiring results became her reality as she shed a staggering 265 pounds, defying the odds stacked against her. Yet Diana's journey didn't conclude when the cameras ceased their relentless gaze. On the riveting spin-off Where Are They Now?, her remarkable progress continued to astound. She reached a breathtaking milestone, a goal weight of 195 pounds. Diana's achievements resonated far beyond the confines of her television appearances. Her weight loss of 425 pounds amounted to a jaw-dropping 68.5% reduction from her peak weight, securing her place as the 6th most successful contestant in the history of the TLC reality series. While her reality TV days faded into the rearview mirror, Diana remained resolute in her dedication to a healthy lifestyle. Social media glimpses showcased a transformed woman, a radiant embodiment of triumph over adversity. In a candid moment with a fan, she revealed that since achieving her goal weight, there would be no more follow-ups. Number 8. Megan Davis. Megan, a young woman who heavily relies on her mother for all her needs, found solace in food from a very young age. At just 6 years old, she weighed a staggering 200 pounds, viewing food as her source of comfort, love, and fulfillment. As Megan grew older, her weight escalated, and by the time she turned 24, she surpassed the 600-pound mark. Realizing the severity of her situation, Megan sought hope by visiting bariatric surgeon Dr. Now. Overwhelmed by her deteriorating health and the challenges she faced while moving due to breathing difficulties, Megan understood the urgent need for a change. In her initial visit, she weighed 604 pounds and felt optimistic about the possibility of transforming her life. However, Dr. Now expressed deep concern upon witnessing Megan's condition. At such a young age, she had already suffered from numerous health issues requiring medications typically prescribed for individuals of over 50 years old. Determined to make a change, Megan embarked on a difficult and challenging journey under Dr. Now's guidance. She received a strict diet plan, but her progress was hindered by her enabling mother, who struggled to resist Megan's food cravings. After 3 months, Megan lost 14 pounds, a minimal reduction considering her starting weight. Dr. Now emphasized the need for greater effort, and in subsequent weigh-ins, Megan lost 37 pounds, bringing her total weight loss to 84 pounds. To qualify for sleeve surgery, Dr. Now advised her to shed another 30 pounds. Megan embraced Dr. Now's advice and exceeded the weight loss target, crossing the threshold of 500 pounds. However, her existing health problems prevented Dr. Now from approving the surgery. Determined not to get discouraged, Megan persisted in her weight loss journey, reaching 481 pounds by the end of the episode. She remained confident and committed to her goals, engaging in regular walks and diligently managing her diet. Megan eagerly awaited the day she could achieve independence, pursue employment, and then start a family. Despite the setback, Megan remained resilient and determined, knowing that her progress would be monitored by Dr. Now, who would explore alternative options. With unwavering determination, she worked towards shedding more weight, motivated by her desire for a healthier and more fulfilling life. Number 7. Isaac Martinez. Isaac Martinez, a 23-year-old weighing 661 pounds, struggled with food after his mother had a stroke. His weight gain affected his social life and daily activities. When his mother was diagnosed with cancer, Isaac took on the role of caring for the family, which further worsened his weight. Isaac experienced a cardiac arrest and was diagnosed with cellulitis, which could lead to a coma. Determined to improve his life, Isaac reached out to Dr. Now for help. Although viewers witnessed his weight loss journey,
all my life is mostly just cooking or eating. And if I'm cooking, then I'm eating too. My mobility has been declining, but most recently, over this last year and a half, it's how I spend time with my family when we cook and eat together. And it's been how I show them I care.
The episode provided no definitive answers about his post-show progress. The episode ended with Isaac being approved for surgery, but needing to lose more weight over the next 2 months. Since then, little information has been shared about Isaac. He set his social media accounts to private, leaving fans with limited details about his progress. However, it's known that he still resides in Houston and is currently single. On a positive note, Isaac can now move around his house without a walker and perform daily activities without assistance, although it's safe to assume that he continues to care for his family It is hoped that he prioritizes his health. Before the episode concluded, Isaac expressed his determination to make his family proud and stated that he wouldn't make any more excuses.
You know, rain or shine, food will be food. Eggs will be eggs. But now, I'm probably closer to 700 pounds. So my size has become an even bigger problem. But I'm the one whose job it is to feed everyone. But I don't mind it.
He left viewers with an inspiring message, promising to persist until he achieved his goals. Number 6. Crystal Hall. Crystal Hall, a 34-year-old from Chillicothe, Ohio, appeared in Season 9 of the show, weighing 618 pounds. Her life revolved around eating and spending time with her adopted son, Josh, while depending heavily on her husband, Freeland, for assistance with daily tasks. Crystal battled numerous health issues, including diabetes, high blood pressure, PCOS, stomach problems, and swelling. These problems, coupled with her food addiction, stemmed from a history of childhood attack and trauma. At a young age, she experienced molestation by a family member, leading her to seek solace in food and resulting in significant weight gain throughout her life.
I focused a lot on my portion sizes to do better. Time for me to focus on me instead of the rest of my family. Focus on me and my little family here, and I'm definitely sticking to protein and avoiding carbs still. It's an everyday thing.
So, were you able to motivate yourself and change that?
Crystal's struggles with men led her to believe she was lesbian, but after a 10-year relationship ended, she realized she was attracted to men and began dating Freeland. Worried about her deteriorating health and the limited time she might have with her loved ones, Crystal made a firm decision to make drastic lifestyle changes. Seeking help, she met Dr. Now, who advised her to address her depression and anxiety with another therapist while starting her diet and exercise regimen. Given a month to lose over 40 pounds, Crystal managed to shed 27 pounds. She was then given an additional 2 months to lose 80 pounds. Being more careful with her portions, she successfully lost 64 pounds, making her total weight loss 91 pounds in just 3 months. Dr. Now approved her for gastric bypass surgery, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic at the time, Crystal's plans were put on hold, and she gained back 53 pounds. Dr. Now encouraged her to lose weight and move to Houston within a couple of months. Crystal's determination resurfaced, and she remained optimistic about going to Houston. Unfortunately, her relationship with Freeland ended in divorce, prompting her to disassociate from the Hall family and revert to her maiden name, Lynn. She then entered a new relationship with Travis Ferris and relocated to Parsons, West Virginia. It appears that Crystal didn't continue to lose as much weight and now operates a YouTube channel where she eats junk food in front of the camera. Number 5. David and Benji. In Season 6 of My 600 Pound Life, Benji Bolton and his brother David embarked on a transformative journey. Weighing a combined total of 1,300 pounds, their dedication led to remarkable weight loss. By March 2018, Benji had shed over 382 pounds, while David achieved an astonishing weight loss of 452 pounds. Fast forward 2 years, and Benji finds himself back on the show, determined to continue his weight loss journey. However, this time, he lacks the support of his brother, who recently filed a lawsuit against the production company responsible for My 600 Pound Life. In their 2018 episode, Benji weighed 258 pounds.
Now that Benji's got a pool, when I'm able to get this way, I stop by, we jump in the pool, hang out a little bit.
I know my weight is getting out of control. And I look at my brother and how hard it is for him to do anything.
I got a lot of stuff to do. Since this journey started, mine and Benji's relationship.
But it's starting to get pretty bad for me too. And I can see my body starting to fall apart like his.
You could buy a box of Twinkies or make 24 cupcakes and give them to your kids.
Presently, he proudly boasts a weight of 176 pounds, having lost a total of 407 pounds. Benji expresses contentment with his progress and the life he has attained. Messages of support flood his social media, reflecting the pride his friends feel for his awe-inspiring achievement. On the other hand, David's current situation remains uncertain. He hasn't updated his social media account since February of 2019, and a Where Are They Now special revealed that he was estranged from Benji. Additionally, David filed a lawsuit against Megala Media, the show's production studio. His legal action accuses the producers of prioritizing ratings over the well-being of the participants. David's lawsuit, similar to the case filed by the family of L.B. Bonner from the same season, alleges that the show's requirements left him in a state of extreme frustration and depression. He claims that the lack of adequate mental health support worsened his mental distress, and the studio failed to cover all his medical expenses as promised. As the legal proceedings unfold, the Bolton brothers' once close bond appears strained, their paths diverging amidst the aftermath of their shared television experience. Number 4. Doug Armstrong. Doug Armstrong, a 36-year-old married father of 3, appeared on the 5th season of My 600-Pound Life. Weighing 685 pounds, Doug struggled with severe emotional trauma and a gripping food addiction. He relied heavily on his wife Ashley for support, but she also had to care for their young children. Doug's difficult childhood included his mother abandoning him and his brother when he was 6 years old. This led him to turn to food for comfort, resulting in continuous weight gain throughout his life. He also battled with methamphetamine attacks before rekindling his relationship with Ashley. Seeking help, Doug visited Dr. Now in Houston, who set a goal for him to lose 50 pounds in the first month to qualify for weight loss surgery. Though he fell short, the experience fueled his commitment. By the end of the second month, Doug lost a total of 84 pounds and underwent successful weight loss surgery. Despite a slow pace of weight loss afterward, Doug continued his journey.
All right, that's 55 pounds you lost this past month.
I never thought I'd have a family. I never thought I'd have kids. They're just the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
So you're getting used to eating less, huh?
Yes.
He's almost to the point where he's not even part of this family anymore.
How is your level of activity?
Oh, great.
Anxious to find out how the procedure has gone.
He worked through emotional pain and childhood trauma with a psychotherapist, shedding an impressive 222 pounds in the first year. On the spin-off show Where Are They Now?, Doug faced setbacks, gaining weight instead of losing it. However, he regrouped, resumed therapy, and with his wife's support, he dropped 79 pounds over 2 months. The last official update on Doug's journey was in 2018. He and Ashley welcomed a new baby in 2019, and a photo from 2020 suggests that he's still working on his weight loss goals. Number 3. Justin McSwain. Justin McSwain, a resident of Rock Hill, South Carolina, struggled with a food addiction that caused him to gain nearly 700 pounds. His unhealthy relationship with food began during his parents' divorce, and he turned to overeating as a way to cope with it. The bullying and fat-shaming he experienced over the years, including from his stepmother, further exacerbated his condition. By his teenage years, Justin had already weighed 200 pounds, and his food addiction continued to escalate. As Justin's weight reached a staggering level, he found it increasingly challenging to perform even basic household tasks. Combined with his anxiety, depression, eating disorder, and agoraphobia, his excessive weight confined him to his home. Determined to change his life, Justin sought the help of Dr. Yunan Nazaruddin.
So I feel like he's more than ready for this operation.
But this is a lot of weight loss, and I'm hoping it shows Dr. Now I'm ready for surgery and he approves me today.
Today we are attempting to do a gastric sleeve procedure on Justin. Hi Justin, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm great, especially seeing your weight loss.
Struggling to fit into a rental car on his way to Dr. Now's office, Justin realized the severity of the situation. Devastated when the scale revealed he weighed 687.5 pounds, Justin resolved to take his weight seriously. He committed to Dr. Now's low-fat diet and incorporated regular workouts into his routine. After a year of following the diet plan and undergoing gastric bypass surgery, Justin achieved a remarkable weight loss of 334 pounds. With a newfound lease on life, Justin began ticking off items from his bucket list. He enjoyed activities like water rafting and took flight lessons to earn his pilot's license. On the show My 600 Pound Life, Where Are They Now?, Justin proudly revealed that he has lost over 450 pounds. Grateful for therapy, which helped him recognize his worth, Justin continues to prioritize his health by participating in outdoor activities like hiking 5K races, something he never imagined he could accomplish. While Justin battled food addiction, anxiety, depression, and agoraphobia on a daily basis, he remains focused and motivated. Although he acknowledges that breaking old habits is challenging, he persists in his journey towards better health. Justin currently resides in South Carolina with his beloved corgi, Finn. He has utilized his online presence to educate others about food addiction and share strategies for overcoming it. Despite his close friend Jordan's presence during his surgery, there's no information regarding any romantic involvement between them. Justin celebrated his 30th birthday on June 2020, a milestone he once doubted he would reach. Number 2. Robin and Garrett. Robert McKinley, along with her nephew Garrett Rogers, had embarked on an incredible weight loss journey. In their episode, Robin weighed 648 pounds and Garrett weighed 607 pounds. They both sought help from Dr. Nazaruddin. After following Dr. Now's program, Robin lost 254 pounds, weighing 395 pounds, and Garrett lost 270 pounds, weighing 337 pounds. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, their journey was interrupted, but they continued to lose weight.
Cleaning myself is one of the last things I still try to do on my own. And if my husband has to go to work, either my brother Chris or my nephew Garrett has to come over to be with me.
My legs hurt so bad. Just the thought of moving them makes me want to cry.
Usually brings something to eat, and food is what I live for. I have no cartilage left in my knees to keep my bones from rubbing together.
When they returned to Dr. Now after almost 2 years, Robin weighed 248 pounds with a total loss of 400 pounds, and Garrett weighed 253 pounds with a total loss of 354 pounds. They qualified for skin removal surgery, but chose a colleague in Kansas instead of moving to Houston. Dr. Mona Rain performed their successful operations. In the end, after 4 years, Robin weighed 223 pounds with a total loss of 425 pounds, while Garrett weighed 227 pounds with a total loss of 380 pounds. Number 1. Lacey Buckingham. Lacey B's story on TLC's My 600 Pound Life began like many others, with her struggling with excessive weight and seeking help from Dr. Now for life-changing surgery. Despite the episode's negative outcome, it became a favorite among fans, second only to Steven Assante's story. Lacey's journey started on a depressing note as she revealed being physically attacked in her youth, with her parents not believing her. This led her to gaining weight and reaching 500 pounds while in college. Unable to hold a job due to her size, Lacey relied on her parents and eventually found herself in feeder relationships where men financially supported her in exchange for photos or videos of her eating. However, she managed to break free from the situation and found a supportive boyfriend named Ricky who appeared on the show with her. Dr. Nazaruddin advised Lacey to improve her diet, exercise more, and take responsibility for her health as he typically does. She was required to move to Houston to adhere to the program. However, complications arose during the journey as Sharon, Ricky's sister, verbally attacked Lacey and caused Ricky to end their relationship. Lacey called the police on them during a heated fight.
I want to get my life back, but I'm terrified that I can't.
Why are you even bothering calling?
I need Dr. Nazaruddin's office, please.
And that I'm not ready for surgery.
You don't tell me what to do.
There's no reason to. I've already talked to them.
Because it's gonna take away something I need, and that's really important to me.
During her second visit to Dr. Now, she was instructed to lose 50 pounds to demonstrate her commitment. Unfortunately, she began skipping appointments and experienced heart symptoms, leading to hospitalization. Lacey eventually returned to Washington State, but was denied surgery by Dr. Now due to insufficient progress. Despite the setbacks, though, Lacey Buckingham remained determined to regain control of her life. Fans expressed concern for her well-being and wondered if she had passed away. However, the latest update in 2023 revealed some positive news. Lacey continued her weight loss journey independently, achieving a weight loss of over 120 pounds by January 2023. Nevertheless, she faced challenges such as dental issues, weight regain after a hospitalization, and complications related to diabetes and her eyes.